Hello, everybody. Welcome back here for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 450, 514. I got crossed there for a second. We're going to talk about Sima Yi, Wee Field Marsher. We're going to count some swamps. Now, this is the second time I have recorded this. I don't know, something happened the first time. I was done, didn't know it. Apparently, the file was corrupt. Yay. So I get to do it again. But the upside is I didn't shuffle the deck the last time, so I have the cards in the exact order I talked about them. So, hey. Sima Yi, 6 mana is from Portal 3 Kingdoms. So, star 4, power and toughness equal to number of swamps you have in play. So, we're counting swamps, so let's get the other stuff that counts swamps, especially like creatures and whatnot. We have Corlash. You all know I love this card. I've traded for so many of them, I don't know what happened to them all. Squelching Leashes. Nightmare, all power and toughness equal to swamps, Dakmar, Sorceress. Didn't have this one when I did Corlash. Same thing, star 4. But then we have cards that count swamps like Lash Writhe and Nightmare Lash that can turn other creatures into them or make them, twice as big. Now, Mind Sludge, I kind of use as my retribution card. If somebody does something to me, I don't have a problem mind sludging them because typically that's 5 mana, discard your hand. Defile is a great 1 mana instant in this particular deck because we're thriving on, having swamps in play. Corrupt, as well as Tendrils of Corruption for removal. Now, Nightmare Incursion is just a monster in this particular deck. Let's do a little better job of focusing now. You get to search through their library for your swamp number of cards. I mean, whoa. Then we've got it's Black Blade Reforged. It's not per se counting swamps, but it does count lands. So I figured that was, I wouldn't mind strapping up a Black Blade Reforged to Corlash heir to Black Blade. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sanglemancy, not exactly swamp counting, but it is devotion counting. I feel like we're going to get more devotion cards in Theros. I may have to revisit this, but I do have the Gray Merchant of Asphodel. He got promoted. He's an uncommon now. So, but Terrain Generator is going to help us get a bunch of swamps into play, as well as Walking Atlas and Sword of the Animist. So the rest of our ramp is Soul Ring, Heraldic Banner, Seer's Lantern, Magus of the Coffers, and Dark Ritual. Then Rogue's Passage, because, hey, let's face it, our commander, what is that? 7? If he's a 7 power, that's 3 hits. And then the next step up is 11, that's 2 hits. But, I don't know that we're going to get to 21 unless we can, strap him up with the sword. But one of my personal favorite things is Thrashing Wumpus. I love Thrashing Wumpus as for everything it does. It's it's hard to say that it's creature removal. Yes, the 1s and 2s, it does a good job of getting rid of. But if you do it for any more than that, you're going to kill the Wumpus itself. So, it's a great card, and I have been known to, in response to somebody board wiping, I've dumped all my black mana into the Wumpus just to get the damage out there to players. It's a really great card if you run like Stuffy Doll, stuff like that. I'm not, but just giving the lowdown on Thrashing Wumpus. The best card that goes with it is Urza's Armor because, we ain't got to take that damage, right? A little bit of card draw with Painful Lesson, Read the Bones, Sign in Blood, Dread Presence, because let's face it, that's what we're going to do. We're not doing the 2 and gaining 2. We're going to draw a card and lose a life. Damnable Pact. We said there's not a ton of creatures there, so bringing them back with, Recover, because, hey, that draws you a card too. Urborg Uprising gets you 2, and you draw a card. I'm out of like animate dead, so I'm using necromancy. I don't know, might even be a better card. Diabolic Tutor. I went blank. Was it Dark Petition? Yeah. Tutor and then get 3 black if you've got the mastery. Now, Night Dealings is especially fun because back when you pump that 1 mana through Thrashing Wampus, it's going to deal 1 damage to all 4 players or however many players are in the game. So you're getting like 3 counters on this for each activation of this, right? So, yeah, reusable tutors, turns out they're good. Vampiric Link is also amazing on Thrashing Wampus, or, any of your big power equals to Swamps guys. I mean, what? Carrion Ants has, I don't know why I love the Carrion Ants more than any shade I've ever seen, but I wish I had the original art too. But anyway, uh, it's a decent card, especially when you're, stacking up mana. Imp's Mischief is the kind of card nobody sees coming from black. Typically black's response is kill it or discard it. But nobody sees the swerve aspect coming. Corrupting Illicit is like there's a I'll say this. This is probably not the camera's fault that it can't focus in on that much text. But the Licid, I don't know. I think Wizards agrees that Licid's never happened. But they are. I think this is a beautiful card. What is that? Menace. Enchanted creature can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and black creatures. So it's a creature that can turn into an enchantment that can turn back whenever you want to. So, and that way it kind of gives your creatures a little bit of evasion. Now, Endless Scream, a lot of people just pass right on by. But you know what? That says enchantment. That's a permanent. Yeah. So, Endless Scream on anything. I mean, especially anything with trample. It's just a beating. Sorceress Queen, she does. I've heard a lot of people through the years say that Sorceress Queen doesn't do a lot. But I think it's the fact that she doesn't have to do a lot. A lot of times you will sit a Sorceress Queen out there and never use it until somebody kills it. Because people are scared to do anything when she's out there, because turning your blocker, your attacker, whatever, into an O2 at just instant speed and then smashing it down is just, I mean, in a perfect world, she doesn't have to do anything, right? She's the queen. Thranlands is in there because all of those protection from black cards, they're real. Avis or Acroma is the one that comes to my mind. And this way, your Thrashing Wampus damage and your commander damage and all that, none of it's black. So, and then we got our suite of removal in Terror, Murder, Dark Banishing, Slay. Yeah, I'm running the Slay. Destroy target green creature and draw a card. That seems pretty good. I don't know. What are the probabilities that people are playing the most popular color there is? Pretty good, right? Expunge. I mean, that's a terror that if we don't need it, we can cycle it. So that's not bad either. Diabolic Edict. Hand of Death. That isn't black. Ashes to Ashes. Kind of a cool card. It exiles two non-artifact creatures. You lose 5. That's fine. Or you probably would have lost more life if they just hit you anyway. Reckless Bite's kind of similar. It's an instant, but it doesn't exile. Dakmar Source or Dakmar Lancer. Destroy target non-black creature when it comes into play. Big Game Hunter. That is big game right there. I'm telling you. Ravenous Chupacabra. Could it be the light in here? Is that any better? No, maybe. Maybe. Um, Crypt Rats. Now, I've got Crypt Rat in the removal section because, let's face it, it is. It's kind of a board wipe. It's going to deal damage. I mean, I guess it's all right if you have nothing else to put your Vampiric Link on, to get that's a ton of life. I like to use Crypt Rats in because even if you do one, it's going to kill the rat, right? But I like to use it in white-black decks with obviously any way to give it lifelink and Black Ward because But there again, yes, that's a ton of fun. It is a 3-card combo. If your opponents let you have a 1/1 with no protection on it and 2 enchantments on it, right? See, nausea, helping out with those elves and goblins and weenies and whatnot. Plague Wind, just a good solid card. 9 mana is a bunch, but I don't think it's a bunch in this particular deck. Oblight's Ending, Eldest Reborn. The last card I want to talk about is Withering Boon. Yeah, we're going to get down pretty close to this because this is just a gem of a card right here. Now, I know you're thinking this is not a lot different than a Doomblade or a Terror. 2 mana instant destroys a creature. However, there are some creatures you don't want to hit the board. Like this takes care of if they are hard casting Blightsteel, which you have trouble get rid of. Yes, you can exile it, or creatures with Shroud, creatures with protection from black. If you hadn't found your colorless thingy yet, so there it does have its applications. It's not. I can understand why it doesn't see more play, but I really like me some Withering Boon. So that is Sima. Portal 3 Kingdoms was, man, there's a whole bunch of legends in it. They're really hard to find now because that was, how long ago was that? 99. That was legit 20 years ago. So we're talking about a 20-year-old product that was not even for our country. Well, our country being, I live in the U.S., but it was not for like a lot of places. So they are, sealed boxes of that stuff are really expensive. And a lot of these cards, I mean, they can totally be reprinted. They're not on the reserve list or anything. So I know this is going to look weird because I have decks here and I'm putting 514 on top of 513. I'll put these other 3 because I recorded it earlier and then I found out the file was bad. And so, but I had already done 515, 516, 517, so I had to come back and do 514. Now we're straight. So, but the Portal 3 Kingdoms thing, obviously they're not just going to reprint Portal 3 Kingdoms as a whole. That's not even. But the legends, I mean, they're obviously not going to, even if they reprint some, they've done a few here and there through the years. A Judge promo here, a Commander set there, onesie twosie. But it's, they're few and far between, and there's a bunch of them. Most of the actual legends I have left are those. I don't know. Maybe we'll see them again, but probably not because most of them are not like powerhouse cards that people are clamoring for. I may be the only one, but I don't know. I'll have to find me some Portal 3, I guess. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. I do appreciate it. We will see y'all tomorrow. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.